Back to my another car review video, and today I'm going to review the Volvo XC90 as I told you in my vlog. So here's the car. Actually this video delayed because of some mistake, so I'm recording it again. So let's start the review. So we'll start from the front grille. You can see a huge Volvo logo which has changed. Now it's more even bigger than its predecessor. Now coming to the headlights, you have an xenon projector lights, which are the adaptive lights which turns with the steering wheel. And below you come and you see the headlight washers and a towing hook. And here you have the DRLs, not the fog lamps. So this car's DRLs has been placed beneath, and below the grille you have one more small grille. You can see at the hood it's quite big, and on the hood you have two windshield wipers spray, water spray, and these are the tires with the stock alloy. And you can see the tire size is 235/65 R 17 inches. You have the option of 19 inches too, which comes with the R design. Talking about the side profile, this car is very close to 5 meters length, quite long. And here you have the ORVMs, which is electrically controlled, and the roof rails. Talking about the rear, you have the full length headlights, tail lights, typical Volvo design which every Volvo car has. So here you have the XC90 badging, and these are the rear reflectors with parking sensors. And this is the rear fog light. You have only one fog light at the rear, and you have a big Volvo logo letter by letter. And in the previous cars you had the same thing, but it was in a very small size. Now it's even more bigger. You can see the rear camera, parking camera, and this is the dual exhaust with a towing hook at the behind, and a rear wiper with a spoiler. It gives a quite sporty look to the car, as you can see. So these are the keys. You can see flip keys, and this is to lock your car, unlock your car, and this is to turn on the parking lights, and this is to unlock the tail, and this is for your parking lights. And let me show you the boot first. So these are the split boot, and you need to open this like this. As you can see, you can nicely sit here and have family time if you go out. And this is the boot space. As you can see, one seat is up. I'll show you the boot space. It's quite big enough even after the seat is up. And if the seat is down, you can see you have a very big area. You can go for very long tours. And this is the third row. You can see the third row seating. It looks quite comfortable. I'll talk about the third rows later. Now let's go to the front, and let me close this. I forgot to show you this, sorry. And here you have some instructions to open Let me close this for now. Let's go get to the passenger side door. You can look at the doors. Quite big enough, quite heavy. So this is the controls for a power window and to lock all the doors, and the locking system which we have on the passenger side, it's even in the driver side. So here's the speaker and a bottle holder and some space to keep your paperwork. This is the grab handle to close your door. This is how the interior looks from the side. Talking about the passenger seat, you have several adjustments to do your lumbar support, back or front, move it. You can even control your seat height with this and move it forward or backwards. So many controls. And here you can see the Volvo scuff plates, and this is how it looks. This is the glove box with the key, so you can lock this. Let me open and show you. So in the glove box also you have a cup holders too, and a light, and here you have a USB slot to keep your pen drive. And you can see the glove box is quite big. Let me close it. You can see the SRS airbags written. Let me get inside and show you properly. So this is how the interior looks. Simple and luxury. So this middle part looks like an Airbus cabin. Lot of buttons and buttons, AC vents, and here the button to turn on your parking lights. Let me get to the driver's side and turn on the engine. First let me turn it on. Sorry for that. And here you have the power window controls, and this is to adjust your ORVMs. This is to lock or unlock your doors, as I said, in the passenger side. This is to lock your rear power windows, and these are the speakers. And same here, you have a bottle holder and some place to keep your paperwork. And these are the tweeter speakers. And talking about the driver's seat, same adjustments but with 3 memory functions for 3 people, and Volvo scuff plate. And below you have an accelerator pedal, a brake pedal, and this is the parking brake. And here you can see you have some controls to turn or off your headlights, and these are for the automatic headlights, and this is for the rear fog light. Let me show you that. I turn it on. Here it is the single fog light, as I said you before. As you can see here, there is no fog light. They are given only single fog light, and you can see at this beautiful design. The taillights of the Volvo cars are the attractions which they give in every car. And this is to control your interior lighting. You can dim it or make it high. Let me get in and let me show you. Let me pause this. You can see this is the instrument panel, and you have a quite lot information about the vehicle in this. As you can see, this is the total amount of kilometers driven, and that is the trip meter. As you can see, 889 kilometers. You can even keep the second trip meter from here. You can see trip to 2 trip meters, and this shows you, indicates you the gear in which you are, and that is the engine heat indicator. And below you have a small display which indicates you about various information about the vehicle. So from here, as you can see, you can change everything and read whatever you want. So now 240 kilometers to empty tank, and if you rotate it like this, you can see the DSTC is on. You can even off it. And 17 kilometers average speed, they show you average speed and the position in which your vehicle is going. And this is the average of the vehicle, as you can see. And if you have any related message or any function which is not working in your vehicle, if you press this read button, you can read that message. As you can see, there's no problem in the vehicle, so they are showing this is no message. And there you have many more. As you can see, I have turned on the rear fog light and they're showing the fog light is on, and the seat belt warning, and the fuel gauge. And here they show you if any door is open or the vehicle has any function is not working. These are the indicators. Now coming to the steering wheel, you have a cruise control button to increase your speed or decrease it, and a reset button. And at the right, you can control your infotainment. And as this car is Bluetooth, so you can connect your mobile and make calls. So you have the pick up call or deny the call. And this is to change your music, and this is to increase or decrease your volume. And at the right, you have the controls for your wipers and headlights. So you can see the rear wiper button. If you put this down, the wiper starts, as you can see. And this is for the automatic wiper. This is for the automatic wiper, and this can maintain your wiper speed at what speed you want your wiper. Coming at the middle console, you can see this is not a speaker. This is for the infotainment screen which pops up, and it's an option. So coming down, you have the AC vents, two AC vents, and these buttons are to turn off your AC, single AC vent. If the passenger is feeling cold, you don't need to turn off the AC, he can close his vent. Talking about the infotainment, it has a quite small display, but it's sufficient enough to view about every single thing you need. So here you have the volume button, volume up down. CD, you can change whichever mode you want, CD, AM, FM. This is to go to your previous song, this is to go for your next song. And here you have the controls for your phone. So this is the selector, and you can select, one second, you can select the mode: USB, iPod, Bluetooth, CD or aux. Now your USB is connected, so I've kept it in the USB. This is to answer or decline your calls. Or you can control this for your infotainment also, the enter button and the exit button. If you press exit, as you can see, I press enter, and you can choose the songs from here. This is for the connecting your phone. As you can see, different phones are connected. This is the my key. I don't know about this much, so I'll not talk about it. And here you have a slot for your SIM card. Let me put it back again. So you can keep your SIM card, and you no need to connect your Bluetooth to the phone, and you can dial from here directly. And this is the slot where the CD goes, and if you press, the CD comes out. It goes again. And as you come down further, you can see the controls of your AC vents, air conditioners. And here you have manual and auto control, and AC on off button. and this is to control the fan speed, and this is to control your temperature, 2-zone climate control, and you can select the temperatures according to your comfort. Now it's in 16 degrees, and that's the least. And this is the button from which part of the body you want air. So this is for your head, this is for your middle part body, and this is for your legs. I've kept it here. So this is for the auto, the temperature will control automatically, and this is for your front and rear defoggers. So you come more down further, you can see the gear lever, which is blocking the things which I'm going to show you. And here is a cigarette lighter come charger, and this is the button for a rear AC, the third row AC, that I'll show you later. If you turn this on, you can control the fan speed from the behind. I'll show you that later. And this is for your adaptive LEDs, which I showed you, the projector, which turns according to the car movement and directions. This is for the child lock, and this is for your parking sensors. And this button helps you open or close your ORVMs. Let me show you this. If I press this, the button opens, sorry, the ORVM opens. Now I'll keep it close, and this only works when the car is off and the orange light blinks. If you keep this press, all the sensors of your car will stop working. And that's it for the middle infotainment. And here you have some space, and this is the gear lever, as you can see, parking, reverse, neutral, drive. And I told you that this changes as you change the gear. And here you have the manual mode too. If you go to drive and push the gear lever to the left, it goes to manual, as you can see. And here you have the winter mode, which helps you to go off-roading in the snow. What it does, it keeps the car directly to the second gear, so it can pull it easily out of the snow. Quite a good technology. This is the rear view mirror. As you can see, there's a seat belt warning and the passenger airbag off warning. This one, right side of that, if the passenger airbag is off, that light will go. And this is the auto dimming rear view mirrors. This is how the grab rail looks. It's here, not placed over here. Talking about the visors, so you can see you have a mirror with a light. Same with the driver side, you can see. And here you have buttons to control your lights. Everybody has an individual light for them. And this is the control for your sunroof, automatic opening sunroof, as you can see. With a green tint, so the sunlight don't come in, but this is manual. You can see at the leather, this is special Italian leather, which comes with every seat of this car, Italian leather. And this is the space to keep your cup. This is cup holders, and this is a ashtray, and here I kept a fragrance so that smells won't come. And this is your aux cable. You can place your aux here, and here's some space to keep your storage. And at the armrest you have the space inside to keep your stuffs, quite deep, you can see. And this is one more area you can keep your paperwork. Let me close it. Now let me get to the behind of the car and show you. So this is how the rear door looks, quite big and heavy. So same, no changes here. Same the power window button, and the thing to open your door and the speakers, and bottle holder, and a quite big space compared to the front one. This is the seats, as you can see. No scuff plate here, and the SIPS logo, which means side impact protection system, which comes only with, especially with Volvo cars. And here you have the AC vents. Both the rear passenger have individual AC vents, as you can see there. And the seat is full forward, and you can see the leg room which I'm getting. The leg room and the thigh room is excellent. You can see this quite big space, and you can move the seat even more further. Every 3 seats are individually set. You can set any seat at which position you want. And this is the child seat, which can be kept up for the child for a better view of the front. As you can see, this only Volvo cars have. Just a second. Yes, as you can see, and all the 3 headrests are adjustable, as you can see. Even the middle row is quite comfortable. I'm sitting at the middle row, and you can see even the passengers sitting beside me can have a good leg area, and you can see this, and you can keep your legs even here. You have a good space, not very high. You can see this. And talking about the rear, you have the car charger here, and some place to keep your paperwork, and like you can use it like ashtray. And these are the cup holders, separate for both. Even the middle console, you can see this comes out with a pull of this. Yeah, so it's out. You can see, you can even remove this. You can see it's out completely. You can take it home, and to keep it back again, you just need to push it, and it's set. And this is what the front looks from the rear. These are the air conditioning sensors. These are the grab rails with a hook. Some space to keep your paperwork. Scooped out seats. Same the grab rails and the hook. And here you have reading lights. Let's get to the third row. I'll show you how to get to the third row and the amount of space you get. So to get to the third row, you just need to push this thing up, pull the seat forward, and push that front. You can see you have a quite big area to go back. This is how you get inside. Very easy process. And if you want the seat back again, actually I've done the seat a bit forward so you can see the leg area. Adjustable. You can make the seat front, the other seat is down. You can see the space. Here you have some space to keep your stuff, and every third passenger has their personal cup holders, AC vent, and as I told you that it has a rear AC, so if you turn it on then only it works, and you have the key to increase or decrease your fan speed. You have 2 cup holders and a space to keep your stuff. A quite big window so you can feel airy, and hook, reading lights, same as their hook. And you can push this seat front so you can keep your legs left or right wherever you want and sit comfortably. And each seats have their separate seat belt, so you're safe wherever you sit. And even the rear has airbags, as you can see it's written over here. And these are the speakers, seat belt. You can see quite long car, good and spacious, and same as that. And even here you have the car charger. Now let's get out of the car and show you the engine. So as this is a D5 model, all-wheel drive, this car has an all-wheel drive function, which is completely different from four-wheel drive. And from here you can open your hood. And to find the space to open your hood, it takes you a lot of time to search it. And yes, I found it. And it's very heavy. You can see the 3200cc engine, 5-cylinder engine which produces 240 horsepower. You can see Volvo written everywhere. Let me close it now. So this was the tour of my Volvo, the 2012 model. The 2012 model only had a single engine option with the 3.2 liter engine. So this was the Volvo model which continued for about 12 years. But they did only small changes, like they added the sensors, they made the logo big. As I said you, the front grille logo, even that has changed, and they have added the projector lights, and even the tail lamps have changed. Except that the design and the interior is same. And before you had an V8 option, which has now been discontinued, and now the Volvo cars has a very good demand in market. It's a luxury car and lot of people want to buy it. Quite long and sporty family car. You can do off-roading, sporting, family tour, everything. Personally, I like this design than the newer one, as this looks furious and has an appealing road appearance. So I hope you like this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you. Do share my channel, subscribe and like it, and we'll meet you soon with the next video. Till that, goodbye.